The Teen Phantom Part 40 in audio. Charlotte, do you believe in Jesus? Yes, but I do not see him as many religious people do. He is just an idol to most religious or non-religious. He was our brother, he came to bear witness to the truth. I understand, some pray to Jesus. What do you think of that, Charlotte? Yes, and there are those who pray to his mother. You are playing with my wits again, are you, Charlotte? No, I would never do that, TJ. Catholics pray to Mary, the Mother of God. Many consider Jesus and God interchangeable. I have never figured out yet how a son can be his own father. Most fail to realize that all human beings are our great Creator's children, not just Jesus. How could Mary, just a human being, be the mother of our Father, the great Creator? She could be the mother of God, as gods are myth, just an object of worship, but not the mother of our great Creator, as our great Creator has no beginning or no end. With religion we are truly dealing with dire ignorance, TJ. Do you believe in the devil or hell? I understand somewhere back in the ages someone claimed the devil is a liar and the father of lies, and some have claimed the devil to be the gatekeeper of hell. Therefore, if the devil is a liar and the father of lies, perhaps hell is just one of the devil's lies. Of course, if a devil were a liar and the father of a lie, it would make most of the human beings devils, as most father many more lies than they do children. TJ, people are how they think because that is how they will live their life. I suppose it would be honest for me to say hell and heaven means more to me as condition than as a place. Of course, we cannot rule out the possibilities of the great Creator having created a special solar system with planets on which a higher form of beings inhabits. Since we are spirits, when we have reached enough perfection, our spirits would go to one of these planets according to our degree of perfection. Our spirit would possess one of those higher forms of being. What I imagine about heaven has nothing to do with what the great Creator has planned for me after this life. I must be happy with whatever our great Creator has planned or provides for me. There is very little I could do about it if I were displeased with what He provides anyway. If heaven were a place few would want to live there, it would be too demanding on their lifestyle. They would be compelled to live by principles of life rather than death. You must surely know by now most are trying to hasten their departure as you did at one time. When you view life as I do, you will realize that the body nurtures the brain is the reason for life, it is where our spirit dwells. The body is no more than the roots of a tree. Technically the body has no feeling, it only sends a message to the brain processes it, analyzes it, sending feeling back, the same as the eye sends the message to the brain and the brain analyzes it and puts it in perspective. The brain has communication lines like fiber optics, that extends to all areas of the body. This gives the brain the ability to govern all activity of the body. We are no more than a high-tech robot. Our brain is just a very sophisticated computer. A spirit programs it. Whatever sort of spirit that is in control is how life is lived. Joy, happiness, zeal, contentment, elation or delight is all in the spirit and brain. Now, since the body nourishes the brain, it is very important to feed the body correctly for the system to function proper. That is the reason to eating according to the fact and truth rather than by our emotions or because it tastes good. Healthy eating promotes healthy thinking when accompanied by much exercise and proper breathing. Charlotte, you have greatly illuminated my intellect. It all makes sense. No doubt it will be very difficult for me. I must change my way of life, which includes my eating habits, as I realize eating some foods are no different from smoking. This is the most important day of my life, Charlotte. That makes me very happy. Our spiritual closeness is very comforting. You are very much like your children, in spirit. Charlotte, this institution has become a part of my life. You even seem to be a missing part of it. I will appreciate both of my children much more than I ever have. I am very grateful for the glimpse into the new perspective of life. It's a true purpose. TJ takes Charlotte back to the rec hall by another route that brings them out of the second building from the east. They get to the security gate and they find Mello pacing like a wild animal in a cage with a worried look. Has there been a disaster, Mello? Not really, but they are requesting something that I am sure will make you very unhappy. My happiness is not the all-important factor in this life. I have always had my ups and downs, and besides I have many close friends to comfort me in my sorrows. What is it, Mello? They want you to hold an open discussion on religion. That is true, I do not like the idea much, but if you will introduce me again I may be able to talk my way out of this. Also some are concerned about you not addressing the great Creator as God or Lord. That is not all that big of a problem or issue. Do you think I can talk myself out of the open discussion? I doubt it very much. Let us give it a try, Mello. There may be a larger problem, a rumor that is really upsetting both the students and the parents. What sort of a rumor could do a thing like that? They say the present owner does not want to rent the property, they will not renew the lease. TJ talked them into a 99-year lease. It is remarkable what TJ can do, he is a great lawyer. TJ looks at Charlotte in astonishment. I do not believe this, I have seen everything. If you were a lawyer in court, you would have your opponent witnessing against himself, thinking it would win him the case. Is there a problem with what Charlotte said, TJ? No, I just have not seen a little brat get out of every brutal predicament that comes crashing down on them as she does. Mello, it is not as fantastic as TJ is making it out to be. If he was in my spot he would do the same as me. They get to the rec hall and Mello leads Charlotte to the desk and control panel on the stage and introduces her. I have managed to fetch Charlotte from her very important business. She has consented to negotiate your request for an open discussion on religion. Then Mello leaves Charlotte to her own dilemma. Charlotte quickly surveys the situation and she decides to be very straightforward in her approach. First, I want to clear up a rumor. I understand it is causing fear and doubt. You may put your minds at ease as to the lease on this property, as we now have a 99-year lease on this property paid in full. Now with that rumor put to rest we can move on to the next subject. It seems that I am being put in a very difficult position, but do not take me wrong, I cast no blame in any direction. Life itself brings about some distasteful duties. On the other hand, distasteful is only in concept, it is not necessarily in reality. It does not matter what religion you have, or whether you realize there is a great Creator. I still want to be your close friend and I will not consider you an atheist, a heathen, or an unbeliever. I will just encourage you to live by facts and truth. It is my view that everyone is their own judge, and since all who know the truth but do not live their lives by it, will never be successful in anything, they need told by none, as deceit, lies or ignorance has no hope for success. It may seem successful for a while but in the end it is disaster. If we let our religion come between us, all of our mutual efforts and vision of success will be consumed by the flames of distrust and doubt. I see no need for anyone to prove his or her belief. It is your choice and right, it is no concern of others. She notices a red light is on, she presses it and she looks up and sees many of the parents are down here, they look very concerned. I am Dorothy Bloom. I am very sorry for the state of affairs that has taken place. I have been some cause for your dilemma. I was unaware of the consuming flames of which you speak. I truly see the wisdom of your forethought, and from our short visit and the things I have heard you speak, I thought you would enhance all of our religions and perhaps we would be fused together into one powerful force. Some may doubt your support of Christianity, but I have heard many say that you give strength and courage to everyone to live a pure Christian life. If this school should fail, I would mourn as though I had lost my only child. I certainly cannot speak for all, but many feel the same as I do. That is all I have to say. I am grateful for your precious thoughts, Dorothy. Charlotte presses the next blinking button. I am Larry Mason, the father of Ben, the student that lost the use of his eyes. I hope all of us see and understand as I do the stress we have caused you, Charlotte. You have what it takes to bring those of all religions together. It will not only bring success to this institution, it will bring the whole world together, but it is not by a debate here on these premises, as such a debate would sadden my spirit. I have great respect for your being set on avoid any praise or glory to yourself. I beg of you to consider our difficult position. It is hard to find words to say how grateful I am for my son's change of spirit. It is as he was fetched from the grave in one way of thinking, but he thinks he never had life until today. That is an intriguing view for which I am grateful. I am with you on your concept of our Father the great Creator. It will bring this world together in peace. There will never be peace in strife over religion. Some speak of it as spiritual Babylon, and you are truly our blessing, Charlotte. That is all I have to say. I am very grateful for you sharing your thoughts, Larry. You have spoken very wisely and factually. Perhaps it has provided the opportunity for me to express myself, that you all can understand me better. My reason for avoiding glory or praise is because I have none. If I accepted recognition of such, I would be an impostor, a thief, cheat, and a liar, or we could say just ignorant. I never made myself. I was created by the same one that created the sun, moon, stars, and the earth. I am grateful to be a part of this great creation, also for the privilege of helping the great Creator in perfecting his creation, and that perfection is urgently needed. I have had opportunity that others will never have, and that is not something worthy of praise or glory either. As for your son Ben, had his spirit not been honest and loved the truth, he would still be as miserable and lifeless as he was yesterday. I made no sacrifice to bring him happiness. He is the one responsible for his happiness. I only let him know I loved him. I marvelously enjoyed every second I was with him. I expect to spend many wonderful hours with him in the future. Larry, you have a son that will never bring you shame. He never let you know it hurt to have let his father down as the loss of his eyes. His friend nagged him to see what the car would do. Ben pushed it up to a good speed. It was not near what the car would do. Realizing how foolish it was, he pulled his foot from the throttle when it happened, but it was too late. He still feels that he killed his friend. He knew better than to let himself be persuaded by others. He would have exchanged his own life for his friend's if it were possible. Wherever you are, Ben, I beg of you to not be upset with me. I have disclosed your secrets. I think both of your parents deserve it. They will appreciate knowing the truth. There is silence except for the emotion that has taken over. Larry and Laura Mason are in a very emotional state. Charlotte looks back down to the control panel, waiting for Larry to gain control and speak. After a half a minute or so, Larry speaks. Ben would talk to neither Laura nor me about the accident. You are the only one that Ben has ever opened up to. I believe I understand why. I am very grateful to our Father, the great Creator that created you. You have a unique desire to bestow love and kindness. I am grateful that you take great pleasure in doing so. We all should enjoy what we do. That is all I have to say. Larry, I am grateful for your wisdom in expressing your precious thoughts. Charlotte waits a few seconds and presses the next blinking light. May I have a mic and come up there to speak? It would be our pleasure, TJ. TJ makes his way up beside Charlotte and begins to speak. I have several confessions to make. I will fulfill this task more honestly, looking into your faces. TJ makes a long speech. He tells his honest thought about many things, and he truly pours his heart out. My concept is clear on Charlotte's view on a debate at one time today. I would like to have seen one since I was an atheist, but now I could never appreciate seeing a debate in our school. As Dorothy has spoken, this school is as our dear child. Charlotte will enhance all of your religions, but it will not be in a debate. More vital and wonderful, she will enhance our lives. When all of you have been privileged as I, and a few of you have had the privilege just an earnest visit with Charlotte, it will comfort you. You will understand better of what I speak. There are few, if any, that have even an inkling of the burdens Charlotte carries. Not even Charlotte, as she is too busy enjoying what she does. I appreciate your patience to hear me out. Then TJ turns to Charlotte. Charlotte, You can count on me. I will put far more effort into the success of our school than I ever put in my law practice. You are the sweetest little brat I have ever known or expect to know. I am very grateful for your honesty and support, TJ.